Good morning, America. Good morning, whomever, wherever you are on this big planet. Again, this is Dr. Cherry from the Arizona with some interesting news, upcoming news. And of course, just the title, Coast to Coast AM Election Special Waste, SOS to the World for January 7th. We're going to have a bit of a problem again. But you know what? This is what life is all about. My life is all about the truth, the undiluted truth, the truth that forces you to wake up to a reality, because there is too much junk, too much lies, too much separatism, too much divide in the United States today. So if you don't get a real source of information, well, the dance of evil, which I've promised for months now, it's going to get a little bit worse each passing day. All right, so sad enough, since the very beginning of the pandemic, and in so many fronts, on TV, on radio, newsletters, YouTube video, I warned my worldwide audience, I warned all of you guys of this reptilian dance of evil. And it's already starting to show its ugly head. Now, to the rational world of science, it seems that the virus do not discriminate against anyone. Yet it certainly does, for what I know. Okay. Fact is, the news again today pretty depressive. More people are dying from COVID-19, even without underlying condition. That proved my point, at least scientifically. Jaw-dropping new CDC figures suggest true U.S. coronavirus death toll approaching 500,000 people. Oh, wow. So anyway, I posted my SOS to the world public. Usually I post it, when everything is happening, but I decide to go ahead because I see the future, right? And that's one way of proving it to you. So the deadly window is set for January 7th. Of course, the 6th, this is the date that everybody is anticipating out there, or, wondering how they are going to have Trump running for the next 4 years. This is just simply amazing. The quatrain is a promise to what's ahead of you, okay? Hidden secret sex money comes to light. Raw power challenges police, deadly villain. That's pretty obvious of what's ahead, okay? Ugly face of death, drama, horror surface. Nature, man's religion, bloody folly reigned. We are under one of these plutonic deadly window, which is the Golden Gate. Remember the red carpet of the reptilians who reside on Pluto, who hijack this planet in order to fulfill their deadly agenda on planet Earth. Now, remember, those entities can only survive with death, drama, chaos, greed, anything that is negative, because that's how they survive in dark matter, okay? And they're going to hijack a hell of a lot of people. Now, keywords: Russia, famous death, dramatic news, police brutality, FBI, CIA, secret, sex, name it. And most importantly, wake up call. A wake-up call is coming for a lot of people. Now, the idea, of course, is to be smart and click on the do's and don'ts during those windows. That is, of course, if you don't want to be part of the statistic, stay away. You heard me. Stay away from groups. Okay? Emotions going to run so high. Okay? And logic is going to go through the window. Okay? Careful what you do. Careful what you say. Careful where you go. So hopefully you won't be part of the statistics and be with us after this nasty window. A lot of people don't like the truth, okay? And that's why they kick me out of coast to coast, I guess. But this is how it is when it comes to me. And that's why you're returning, of course, because you want the truth and you deserve the truth. So basically, Looks like if my work is not for entertainment purpose, only like on Coast to Coast. Now, again, to the rational world of science and the world at large, it seems that this virus does not discriminate against anyone. As I said earlier, it certainly does. Now, not only the Sikh, the Latino, the Black, the Indians community, the minority are targeted, including, of course, animals, but all the people born with this certain karmic UCI. Again, now I'm talking Chinese to the scientific community and to the majority of you watching me here, because you're not a student and you don't understand unique celestial identity. There are people out there that walk around with this virus. They're never going to get sick. Why? Do they have a different immune system? It's all in the stars. Remember what the father of medicine says. You can't call yourself a physician. You have no right to call yourself a doctor if you do not study the stars, or if you're not an astrologer. You're talking about the father of medicine, for God's sake. Do you think this guy knew a little bit more than our infantile scientific community today? I guess so. You know, common sense. Father of medicine. Dig into astrology. Was stolen from you, my friend. Now, this means not all human beings are prone to get infected and die of this virus. Only those born with a weak dragon or in a specific sign. The age, the underlying condition does not mean anything anymore. It never did in reality, okay? It's all written in light in your natal chart. And unless you're a VIP or a Patreon supporter, my friend, do not ask if you're a target of the reptilians or COVID-19. Show your support. You want the answers, I'll give it to you. But you got to show that you support Dr. Turing. Remember, nothing ever happened by accident. There are no accidents, okay? I always tell you, there are only cosmic circumstances, subtle cosmic circumstances at work, okay, that our scientific community and the majority of you out there will never, ever understand or grasp. Those cosmic forces are real. They run your destiny, they run your life, they make you vulnerable or not to COVID-19. They're going to make you prone to suffer the next deadly window, which is actually now, starting now, okay? So be cautious. It's all in your stars. Now, another thing, how many times I mentioned that on YouTube? I can't even recount. I told you, the Spanish flu, it's a pandemic that caused by the H1N1 influenza, okay? It lasted from February 1918 to April 1920, 2 years. Exactly what I said it would, okay? In my prediction, that is, of course, if you bought a Nostradamus Dragon forecast for 2021. It had infected 500 million people, okay? And about a third of the world population at that time, in 4 successful waves, okay, perished. Well, I'm not saying it's going to be 500 million of us dying now, but I'm just saying to you, be prepared for the dance of evil. Doesn't have to be a virus. Could be a natural disaster. Could be a war with Iran, Russia, China. I mean, you know, just get the book. It's in there. I ain't going to divulge you everything. You're going to pay for those who tell you the truth. Those that are worth your time and your dollar. Now, if you want to save time, money, and be entertained, go on Coast to Coast. Be Coast to Coast. Oh, my God. Again, unless you are a graduated astrologer from Dr. Turing, an astrophile, an astropsychologist, and most of all, if you read all my book, particularly The Power of the Dragon, you will not know that the Spanish flu took place under the same karmic stars. No accident. I have reference. I can check the year. I can check everything and check my stars. Oh, same energy. Ha ha. Life is an endless, constant process of changes. The news repeat themselves. And so is the virus. Simple as that. But they are endorsed and supported by those stars which are manipulated by the reptilians. Who's going to get that? Some of you do. All right. So what I'm talking about now, the Spanish flu, taking place under the sun stars. Okay, it's something that all the cosmic unconscious prophet, wannabe astrologer or prophets like Hogue, okay, and all the psychic from all walks of life that are invited on Coast to Coast, okay, they do not know. They do not know because they are not cosmic conscious. This does not mean, hey, I'm the best, only me, trash everybody. No, no, no. They have their gift. They have their values to offer. But it might be a good idea for you to start to ask for some proof here. Yep. It is because of the current political situation that I decided to publish the next January 7 SOS to the World Deadly Plutonic Window. That is in preparation for many of you out there, Trump supporters who needs a wake-up call, okay? Now, those cosmic winds also impose secrets and the vexing truth to come to light. So you gotta come to accept, finally, the president-elect Biden is the will of the people, is our democracy at work. And if you don't like it, too bad. That's how it is. It's the majority of us. This is how America works. This is how the system works. Okay? Now, I received an email from my good friend here. I got a lot of emails, good and bad, from people. And he says, your predictions about COVID-19 getting worse is, as usual, correct. There is a psychic on Coast to Coast tonight, when he sent me that this morning. Last night. And she says on January 6th, which is Wednesday, that Congress will appoint Trump president. She also said that the January 20th inauguration has terrible astrology and to expect violence. Joe seems to accept it all. Coast to Coast has become a disgrace. To those who have a brain, of course. Your prediction about Trump losing has already come to pass. The prediction you made about George and Tom's career collapsing is starting to come true. Soon they will realize the incredible accuracy of Dr. Cherry. Now, these are people who have following me for years. They realize when I make a prediction over the years, they go back and they check, wow, these are my supporters, the superhuman, the educated, the critical thinker, those who won't delegate with bull, people who needs the truth. These are my great supporters. And for this, I thank you so much. You're a little bit different. All right. So the entire world is now waiting January the 6th. Okay. That's going to be the vote certifying Joe Biden victory of the 2020 election. And Trump supporters still believe he will be the president in for the next 4 years. My God, have mercy. Trump is a Gemini. Remember, it's called the Lord of the Thief in Greek mythology. He was born a salesman, and he found a way to suck money from all the gullible, non-cosmic conscious people who also believe he will run in 2024. Now, these people need a serious wake-up call, and it's on the way. I'm preparing you. Do I expect trouble? What? It's like asking the reptilians to stop breathing and keeping their puppet in the political game to maintain fear, chaos, lie, misleading, greed, and death is part of their agenda. All right. Meantime, Mr. Trump has to be very careful. Iranian official threatened Trump, those involved in killing Soleimani. He's not safe on earth. This is serious. These people are scorpionic. They mean business. They're patient. But as the astrological deadly Scorpius dragon, or the change of God, is taking place, okay, the dragon is moving. It's moving into that really, really nasty dance of evil that I see. And it's going to affect every one of you at a personal chart, at a personal level. Universally and personally, you're going to be affected by this dragon. That's why you need to put your hand on my book. It's only $25. Be smart. Now, the reptilians will be aiming for President Trump once he gets out of the White House. But meantime, he will try to hurt or destroy his enemy, Iran. He has a personal vendetta against Iran since forever before he leaves office. Hopefully this does not happen. Because if he does anything, we already did anyway. I think he's already marked. He's already marked. Okay. The point is our president is going to be becoming much more prone to assassination. And we all must pray for his safety once he leaves office, because he has all the money in the world. He can't afford anything, don't get me wrong. He's got millions and millions, billions from you. So that will help. But you know what? No one escapes karma. No one escapes a reptilian infected person. You did not escape Trump. Words, degradation, lies, manipulation. The entire world has paid a price because of his stars, which are very negative, involving foreigners and foreign land. And when you start to mess with a scorpionic country like Russia, Iran, or China, oh, wait a minute here. And then we have elected a president that is a Scorpio. Well, Scorpio rules life and death and rebirthing. So the good news is that the head of the dragon is going to promote, the head of the dragon will be moving in Taurus, which is the bank and money. So America is going to be so wealthy and so strong and so unbelievable where it belongs to once Biden does his part. Biden was born with the head of the dragon in Leo, like America, July 4, 1776. And that's why this president is going to do incredible miracle for this country, getting stronger, wiser, and safer in the long run. Right now, we're just suffering the results of the stars of a president who doesn't have the right stars to run this country, period. That's all. But you're not cosmic conscious to reason the way I do. A lot of people come to me talking about politics, talking about conspiracy. They're coming to me with their 5 limited irrational human mind. Okay? These 5 limited senses cannot apply when I delegate with the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness and reading God cosmic design and the signs. It's like me trying to teach a fish in the water how to use a laptop. That's why we're delegating when people start to go with me with their conspiracy, with their belief about COVID-19 against science, or conspiracy against the government, or Trump is the real winner. I am not using my senses. Understand that. I'm not using my eyes, nor those eyes, nor this brain. I'm using the third eye, okay? And the archetypal realm of cosmic consciousness, the stars, the divinity, the God creations. That's where I have a dilemma with many of you who have not yet raised to that critical psychical level. It's all stimulated by your fear. It's all stimulated by your ego. It's all stimulated by your drive to win. When you know the stars don't lie. At the depth of your soul, you know, but you will still fight. You know, I am a matador, okay? Fast, intellectual, speed. And I am battling a bull. If that bull gets me, he's going to kill me. He's going to gore me, because the bull has only one thing in mind, okay? Move on and destroy whatever is in front of it. So that's the earth. That's the rational, the practical senses. The matador is faster, is smarter. And sometimes, of course, it fails. It fails its predictions. Sometimes he dies. But most of the time, the matador is much smarter, much faster. He knows better than the bull, the raging bull. That's how the only way I can explain my situation with all the people who cannot get my message because they are not spiritually evolved enough. I hope that makes sense to you. All right, so 2020 election special West. All right, in this 2000 election night special, George Norrie reported voting result, blah, 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 blah. Now, Jerome Corsi commented that he thought that there could be a protracted court battle over the presidential race result. Well, guess what? They've tried 50 times over. Didn't happen. But he says that President Trump would eventually be declared the winner. Okay, Jerome Corsi, one down. Analyst John McCurtis pointing out that while some states hasn't been called yet, many of them were going Trump's way. Okay, I'll give you that. But he said that Joe Biden had no path without winning such states as Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and he trained all right now. Trump will win the election with around 292 electoral votes. Mr. Curtis, down. Let's do. Expert John Hogue, who has appeared last night, January 1st, revised his prediction. What? How can you revise your predictions? Okay, all right. So you know what? I don't think he's going to be. I don't want to take a chance. You know, we are too far from the election. I'm going to wait the very, very night of the election when everything is obvious. Then I'm going to say, oh yes, yeah, Trump's going to lose. So he revised his predictions. Oh, I'm going to revise my prediction about all that I said to you now. Tomorrow, I'm going to make another video and revise everything. My gosh. He says, Trump Electoral College's victory of 320 votes to a smaller number. Oh, he revised it. He revised it to a much smaller number, okay? He foresees legal battle over the vote in Pennsylvania and possibly Wisconsin. Well, yeah. Hogue hopes that after this election, okay, Trump winning, okay, polling will be discontinued, blah, 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 blah. So in other words, John Hogue is telling you that Trump's going to win the election and they hope he will win the election. And then what type of prediction is that? Oh my God. When for years, not for years, but maybe for years, I did actually for years, before the day Trump get in power, I wrote everything that has been unfolding from A to Z up to today and even after with a quatrain. Okay, just click on Trump's spinning Gemini heads. All right, so that is 4 now. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And the last one is astrologer William Stickever. Predicted that Trump will win with 294, 300 electoral college votes in the announced between now and Friday. He also foresees a high probability of Trump fully finishing his second term. Well, wow. These are the guys that Coast to Coast is inviting. These are the guys that been giving you bull. These are the guys that I'm pointing out, okay, and telling them that maybe they should become my student and learn real astrology. Oh my God. Now you understand why my work is not for entertaining purposes only. With Coast to Coast, it's all about entertaining. But you know what? There you go, my friends. Yeah, I have a few of those experts invited on Coast to Coast who have failed their prediction. Yet, while I gave the exact outcome of all 3 presidential debates before correctly predicted that Trump would lose the election, and real prophets are told what to say or not to say by the producers, and they are not allowed on Coast to Coast when he is needed the most. January 1st. And again, this is why you are all coming back here to hear real predictions. You know what? Here is a video in my newsletter. Okay, and in that video, you're going to hear me on September the 6th, 2020, making predictions for Tom, for George, and Coast to Coast. Just click on the video and have fun because you're going to hear the truth now. Okay, my prediction of Coast to Coast my prediction for George and Tom that was made on September the 6th, 2020, okay, at the end of the video, they will come to pass. You see me. All right, now, a full set of universal predictions, talking about Russia, China, Iran, etc. for the world, and personal predictions for 2021 is available to you all, my friends, okay? And that's for only $25. You could get bull from coast to coast to invest in a real modern profit and just for yourself. That's your decision, it's not mine, okay? Meantime, plan in accordance with God's cosmic design, save precious time, money, and even your life. Okay, so you have the link. Okay, click on this link. Okay, get the Nostradamus Dragon forecast for 2021 and see what I'm talking about. Same old story, my friend. Same old story. There's a lot of people who don't want to hear what I'm saying. And I understand it's conflict of interest. Do you think, again, Tom, let's say I said to Tom, you know what? You like Dr. Turing. You know, you have the tail of the dragon in your career area. What does it mean? It means the restructure of your career, okay? So karmically, you're going to go all the way up or you're going to go all the way down. Or maybe you're going to change your career. As far as I'm concerned, I'm taking a course to become a boat captain. Yeah, I'm a fish. I'm a Pisces. I want to be in the water. I want to have fun in the sun. Where's the Draconis? In the Bermuda Triangle. All right, and as far as George is concerned, Mr. George, my good friend, you were born in June like President Trump. June, July, August, September, October, November. The nasty dragon is coming on your 6th house of work and service to the world. So careful, be careful, because now you're my good friend. I want to warn you, this dragon is not going to spare you or Trump. Okay, so, hey, you don't want to hear anything from me. You're hearing from me here because I know you also watch my movies because you're my, list, and like thousands and thousands of people, you receive my notes every day. So I wish you the best, my good friend. I know I will never be again on coast to coast, but maybe if you invite me, I'll turn you down. What about that? I don't need coast to coast. I really don't anymore. Okay, but I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all that you guys did for me over the years, because if it wasn't for you, me and many of these losers out there would not have a name. Okay, so basically, let me thank you for opening up the door for me to be a real channel for real prediction to a real world. All right, my good friend. As always, watch my new movie on divine astrology. Okay, you also want to give me some feedback, and I get tons of feedback, and those 2 movies are loading me with work. And again, same story. If you want to have a reading with me, put your reading up there. Okay, well, you can before I raise my price to $700 because we are too busy. I have to raise my price, so I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to do it just yet. Okay, even though I'm booked for a month, just do it and then sit back and relax. And one day, once we meet, and it'll be a good investment, believe me. So there is another movie coming up to make the situation even better. So be ready for an interesting show again. And there I have access to millions and millions of people. And that's what it is. So, life is a constant process of changes. Life is all about changes. And then if my energy is too real, it's too high for those who are only involved in entertainment, there we go. And I don't think, again, George would like me, hearing me a few months ago saying, George, you're not going to be singing and dance wherever you go. And Tom, you're not going to be doing this either. You're going to be stuck for a while. They didn't want to hear that because it's a conservative radio station and they are biased. It's very obvious. I'm not allowed to talk about coronavirus or President Trump, but everybody else is. Go figure. I love it. All right, my good friend. At least you get a good laugh with Dr. Thierry. You hear the truth and you have a good laugh. Okay, we talk to you again. Oh, somebody says, hey, Dr. Thierry, don't forget to do the card of the day. So we know this nasty window is coming up. Okay. You have my blessing, but you also have my warning. So just be careful out there. Okay. We don't know what's going to happen. Okay. So basically, This is the lover. It represents you. You want to see your family. You want to see your mom, your dad, your brother, which is far away, your sister, your kids. You can't. You see, that's what you have. That's you right here, right now, because of COVID-19. So basically, the message is be patient. Be patient because, there is always lights at the end of the tunnel. And Fauci says that it's going to take about a year. And before Fauci says that, I said COVID-19 will start to fade away early 2022. And then again, there is this nasty dance of evil coming in between, before or after, but it's already in the way. So just be prepared, put your hand on that 2021 Nostradamus Dragon forecast, and have faith. Okay, have faith. Okay, regardless of what's going on here, be positive. Regardless of what I said to you, because I have to go where you are, down here, and elevate your spirits. Never forget the part of God in us is much stronger than the stars, the dragon, COVID-19, or the reptilians. And that is how I want to leave you with my first video of 2021, and hope that you guys will be back. And I know you will, because you can only get the truth here. God bless all of you. Love you. Goodbye.